Welcome to DeaconsTable MiniAdventures, set in the mystical and diverse world of Foreverland, or as the elves call it, Oyala Endor, specifically in the enchanting Middlelands and the mysterious Mistwood Forest. These one-shot adventures are designed for both seasoned adventurers and newcomers alike. Each session is a self-contained story packed with exploration, creative problem-solving, and thrilling challenges, allowing players to dive in without long-term commitments. With a revolving cast of players from our DeaconsTable Discord community, every adventure brings fresh faces, unique characters, and unexpected twists. Tailored for 2-hour sessions and adaptable for 4 players, by default, the MiniAdventures scale dynamically to match group size and character levels. Whether you're navigating arcane ruins, braving treacherous groves, or confronting ancient foes, every session weaves a new tale in the ever-growing tapestry of Foreverland. These adventures will be available for sale on our Patreon page. Hey, all you role players, gamers, geeks, freaks, and everyone in between. I'm Deacon Blues, your dungeon master for this evening, and just wanted to invite everybody here right first off, before we get any further, directly into the heart of the Foreverland, the Middlelands. Come join us on the Discord. I'm going to put the thing up right now as we're introducing our first couple of players, because people were asking how they can get in touch with us and how they can be part of the role-playing and join in some of these one-shot adventures as well. So the link is on the screen, and we're going to go through one at a time, and I'm going to let the players introduce themselves and who it is that they are playing this evening. Starting off with Red.
Hi, I'm Garrett. Tonight I'm playing a character named Redacted. He calls himself Red for short. He is an auto gnome. He's about 3 feet tall, maybe 3'1", something like that. He is bright fire engine red and has these yellow eyes that are like essentially discs, but they're like colored yellow in them, and they're glowing like neon yellow. And he wears a leather vest, and that's Red.
Excellent, excellent. And next up, we have Kale.
Hello, I am Jack, and I am playing Kale Thunderstride, a fell-handed giant sorcerer who is out in the world looking for ancient magics to blend his draconic heritage with his giant magics.
Excellent. And then we have Gabba.
Hi, Ken the Friend here. I play our little goblin barmaid and barbarian. She's just out here supporting her friends and having a good time.
Excellent, excellent. And then I'm going to turn this off so we can add in here, last but not least, we have Luca.
Hello, I'm Jenny, and I'm playing Luca. She is a level 5 warlock who has come recently, some months ago, to Mistwood from the Ether Bloom, where she is searching for why some of the magic of the Ether Bloom is seeping too much into the material plane, and at the same time is learning a little bit about her human race and other humans and beings that are out there, how the world is like in the material plane.
Excellent. Excellent. All right. And again, welcome everybody. Thanks for tuning in and joining us this evening for our mini adventure. This mini adventure is, believe it or not, episode 10 for us. We've done 9 others of these already. So this is our 10th. These are one shots, basically. We call them mini adventures. They're generally 2 hours long, sometimes a little bit longer. And they involved four players randomly that decide that they're interested in becoming part of these one shots on a weekly basis. Sometimes it's the same players and the same characters. Sometimes it's the same players with different characters. Sometimes it's all new everything. So you never know who's going to be joining us for what session. So tonight's session is the Great Goat Heist. So the party themselves, normally they are in Mistwood, and many of them are from Mistwood. Red is a new arrival.
And for whatever reason, they have now ended up in the town of Ferrestad, which is quite a trip. It's many days travel from Mistwood to get there, but they have been, some of the characters have been invited personally by the mayor to attend a very wonderful festival event in the town of Ferrestad, the Spring Blossom Fair. So for whatever reason, you know, everybody's together. They are all in Ferrestad, and the festival is going on. So so I will let you get you guys involved and let you know what the situation is in Ferrestad right now. So the town square of Ferrestad is alive with color and music and the scent of freshly baked pastries. The Spring Blossom Fair is in full swing, and it is quite the elaborate affair compared to the last time and the sorry state you guys found Ferrestad in when they were having an issue with some of their early crop production. Spring Blossom Fair vendors are hawking their wares. Children are racing through the cobblestone streets, with flower garlands, and musicians play in a lively tune near the town's central fountain. Farmers proudly display their finest livestock, from well-fed oxen to fluffy sheep, each hoping to earn the coveted blue ribbon of excellence. This is definitely a farming town, and you guys see that from top to bottom. But something is wrong. At the center of the square, Mayor Diego Alvarez, who some of you have met before, stands atop a hastily assembled wooden platform, his usually composed demeanor replaced with a very frantic look of desperation. His vibrant poncho flutters in the breeze as he gestures wildly to the assembled townsfolk. A small, panicked-looking halfling, Mariana Belosta, she is the owner of the Hearthspoke Inn, nods fervently beside him, clutching a basket of half-eaten pastries as if the crisis has interrupted her breakfast. The moment you arrive over to the mayor, Mayor Diego locks eyes with you, or at least with some of you that he's met before, his expression shifting from despair to hope. Especially seeing Gabby, because you were always very friendly when you were here the last time. He dramatically clears his throat and addresses you, his voice carrying across the square, though. Adventurers, by the grace of Khmer, you could not have arrived at a better time. A most heinous crime has been committed against this fine town. Senor Cheddar, our most prized goat, has been stolen. A collective gasp ripples through the gathered townsfolk. A few children start crying. An elderly woman clutches her chest and faints dramatically into a pile of hay. Diego continues, eyes ablaze with righteous fury. This is no ordinary goat, my friend. Senor Cheddar is Ferrestad's pride and joy. He has won the Grand Livestock Parade 5 years in a row. He's a symbol of our town's strength and our perseverance, and without him, the festival is doomed, I tell you. The halfling Mariana adds in a high-pitched voice, and he's very fluffy. Also, someone left a ransom note. With theatrical flourish, she produces a piece of parchment smeared with what looks like grape jelly. The message is scrawled in large, crude handwriting. We have the goat. If you ever want to see him again, bring 100 gold to the old windmill by midday. No guards, no funny business. The silent ledger always collects its dues. And at the bottom of the note is an oddly elaborate drawing of a mustache. And that's where you can tell me what it is you're doing. Red.
Kayla was going to turn to...
Hang on. Red?
Yep.
And the DM.
What are you doing?
What kind of a mustache is it? Like, is it like
one of those handlebar?
Like a pencil mustache? Yeah. Handlebar?
It's a handlebar mustache.
Being this is my first time in the town, I'm going to wait to see what everyone else does. I'm just kind of. Is there? Are we standing in the crowd, like in a crowd of people?
Yeah, it's a fairly crowded place. Like the festival's going on all around you, so it is fairly crowded. Yes.
Can I try to pickpocket somebody?
Of course you can. So I'll let you be making me a sleight of hand as we go down our list here. And so now, Kale, what is it you're doing as this plea is put out to you?
Kale's actually going to turn to Gabba and go, why don't they just eat the goat?
Sometimes they enter contests to be big and strong and popular, like Bubba back in Mistwood on Farmer Jenkins' farm. Sometimes really nice and just showing off. Doesn't need to be eaten. Gabba's going to keep Bubba from being eaten. And she kind of trails off from there.
Is Gabba adding anything to the situation that's going on right now in the market?
The
mayor's put this out there and basically asking for your help.
Yeah, Gabba will. Which direction start looking?
All right, so who are you questioning? Are you questioning the mayor, that Mariana Belosta, the town baker, or some of the other
I thought they were
townsfolk?
standing next to each other.
They are standing next to each other, but who are you addressing? Like, you addressing
just
both them, or are you going to
whoever has the answer?
Okay. Well, we don't really know. He was there, and then he's not. He was over in the pens over there, and she points over to an area which has got several pens set up where other prized animals are lined up for judging. So that's, what she offers you in the form of information. Luca, what are you doing? Well, these guys are questioning and talking amongst themselves and doing their thing.
Well, Luca would definitely ask the great ledger. What is that? Is that what the note said?
Yeah. You it said at the very bottom. It said the silent ledger always collected dues.
Silent ledger.
Yes.
You would ask what that is and what they know of it.
They just kind of shrug. Don't really know of what this silent ledger is, and they pass you the note so you can read it.
Right.
And sure enough, says just that, and you see this oddly drawn mustache, but in your hand. Make me a perception check. And then we're going to go back up. While you're doing that, we're going to jump back up to Red with your pickpocket. How was your pickpocket ability?
24.
Oh, 24. Yeah, you definitely lift a purse off of one of the town, the wealthier looking.
It doesn't necessarily have to be money. It can be genuinely anything. Like if it's like a grocery list or like a button or just something, anything. It doesn't even have to be money. He's more interested in collecting things.
Things? Okay. You actually do collect an odd looking pin, like a brooch almost, but it's a pin. But it's a thimble.
Okay.
It's an ornate looking thimble.
He'll turn away from the person who he just stole from and join the rest of the party, and kind of look at it, and then he'll pocket it, and he'll look at the party, and he'll say, "So, okay, let me try to understand this. Is the goat made of cheese, and that's why it's the symbol of the town, or is the goat's name Cheddar, and that's why he's the symbol of the town? I'm not sure I understand this town."
Well, the mayor at this point is flustered and frantic, so he's not even really paying attention to much of what you're saying or anybody else in this matter. But that Mariana Belosta, the town baker, she seems to be like the wellspring of gossip and information in the town. Like that's what she comes across as, and she now is caught in the attention of this auto gnome, which she's never actually seen one before. She's heard of, but had never seen one. And it's this look of genuine surprise or shock or an interest, curiosity just kind of comes over her face. I see. Well, Senior Cheddar is his name.
And he's not made of cheese.
No, he's a goat.
Okay.
A beautiful goat. And he's fluffy.
I thought it maybe
He's a
was like a statue that somebody had made of a goat out of cheddar, but no. Okay.
A long-haired goat.
She looks a little she looks a little confused by some of the things you're saying, and but she's taking it in earnest. Kale, what are you adding to the situation here?
Nothing really. I'm just waiting to see. I mean, obviously, I will. I'll say, yeah. I will help in any way that I can.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kale just basically pipes up and goes, "Well, Gaba is going, so I might as well go. Plus, I'm guessing there's payment in this."
Ooh, money.
There's been nothing like that discussed at this point, and they're not. Do you bring that up verbally?
He's bringing it up, basically trying to hope to grease.
And all you get from the mayor is, well, of course. Just get Senior Cheddar. And he's very upset.
Kale is just wringing his hands right now, going.
Okay, Gaba, what are you see their behavior and what they're adding to the situation? So far, really no answers to where to start or.
Well, she did point to a pin. Are there other goats or animals over there?
Okay, so you're going to go over there and have a look.
Yep.
Yep. There are several other goats. I mean, they seem like farm goats. There's some big ones. There's some, and they're all. I mean, there's actually one that's kind of scruffy and probably shouldn't be in there, but obviously some farmer is proud of them. And there's pigs and there's chickens and other animals that have been brought. But yeah, sure enough, you do see this one really nice stall, like really nice pen that's been done up. And there's even an actual plaque that sits there beside the gate that reads Senior Cheddar. And it's empty.
Okay. She'll look at the other pins and she'll just call out, talk to Gaba, and she'll cast Speak with Animals. And she'll just bluntly call out, where goat go? Trying to see if she can get some answers from the other animals.
Okay, so you're going to do that. I'm going to need you to make me a persuasion with the animals. And Luca, what did you make on your perception roll?
18.
An 18. You're holding that note in your hand, and it smells faintly of blueberries.
Okay. So
Not
she would
sure.
say that. She would look at the note, sniff a little bit, hold it closer to her nose, look at everybody and says, the note smells faintly of blueberries. Do we have anybody here that grows blueberries or lives by blueberries? Or?
She takes the note back, the halfling, Mariana. She'll take it back and she'll look at it more closely and sniff it herself, and then actually lick her finger, and touch part of the note. And it's blueberry jelly. We do have there are some blueberry bushes and such over in that direction outside of town, and a few people grow blueberries in town. I mean, it's not something that's overly rare here, but it's odd. They wrote this in blueberry jam. Red, are you? You're making that observation, so Red, what are you're seeing this, and she said this is blueberry. It smells of blueberries, and then pass the note back and forth. Are you?
Red will look and ask who in town. You said there was some people in town who make the blueberry jelly. Is there anyone specific that you can think of?
Well, she points to a couple of different people that are right there. I mean, that are kind of looking as shocked as everybody else. She points them out in the crowd.
Is there anyone that you can think of who would gain specifically from the goat going missing?
No, everybody loves Senior Cheddar. And the mayor again, he goes into a tirade. You gotta find him. We've only got a couple of hours before the parade.
Kale holds a finger up and goes, "Where are these people that sell the blueberries? Maybe we can interrogate them."
Right there.
She kind of looks for the rest of you. I take it he's not the smart one in the group.
Sorry.
And she looks at Luca and kind of nods and goes, I just pointed them out.
You did just kind of do
Luca would ask
I misheard that.
Luca would ask the two blueberry sellers if they sold to any suspicious characters or anybody that wasn't of the town this morning.
You actually approach the two that are, and they're actually talking together. And you hear one of them say as you're coming up, I heard Senior Cheddar was abducted by sky pirates. What? And then the other one goes, No. I heard it was a wizard's duel gone wrong and Senior Cheddar just poof, gone. And then you approach and they go, Oh, hi.
Hey. So have you been selling your blueberry jam this morning, you two? Did you maybe sell any to anybody strangers, any suspicious characters?
The one gentleman kind of looks and goes, Well, I don't sell my blueberry jam. I just make it for me. And the woman that he's talking to, the one that actually said originally that the Senior Cheddar was taken by sky pirates, she says, Well, I did have my market stall open early this morning.
Uh-huh. Do you remember anybody coming along that was not of Ferrestad that you didn't know?
I must have sold a couple of dozen jars of blueberries.
Think back to who came and bought a couple of some of the jars. Did you know them? Have you seen them around town before?
I mean, I think they were all locals. I may have missed one or two.
Nobody hanging around the pens or looking or asking questions about the.
Was there anybody acting suspicious?
Okay. When you add that comment, Red, as you know, this conversation is going on. You ask if anybody's being suspicious, and those specific words, a earth sprite comes out from a group of individuals that are a little bit taller than they are, and he comes over to the two blueberry growers and says, "Well, I heard that there was some suspicious figures that were lurking near the festival stalls last night. I mean, someone even said they identified one of them. It was a rustler, a captain, actually. He was seen.
Who identified this?
Well, it was, I don't know. I just heard it around town just now.
What was he a captain of?
Well, there's a group of rustlers that go out and catch animals and whatnot, and he's the captain. And there's several of them. There's like a group that goes out. Yeah,
I thought you meant he was like a captain of a ship or something like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Anybody else want to add anything?
Kale's gonna try something. I'm gonna have him do an investigation check at the pen to see if he can find tracks. Actually, no, it would be a survival check, wouldn't it?
Yep.
My apologies.
Does Luca still have the letter, by the way?
Yes, she gave it back to you. She handed it back.
Can you tell me again what she's looking at it again? What the section is about bringing the 100 gold to and by what time?
Oh, okay. Yeah, sorry. The note reads in all capital letters, "We have the goat. If you ever want to see him again, bring 100 gold to the old windmill by midday. No guards, no funny business. The silent ledger always collects his dues," is in smaller letters. And then there's the mustache.
That's an 18 for the whatchamacallit, the survival roll.
You do note, and it's very difficult, but within 18, as you're investigating the pen and the area around it, you see goat hoofs, the hoof prints, inside the pen, and you see a couple leading away from the pen.
Kale's gonna just call Gabba, Luca, and Red over and go, I think I might have found the trail.
Oh,
Go look
Yeah,
at the
Gabba
goat
didn't
hoofs
have much
prints.
luck talking to the animals. She got a nat 1 on that roll.
Okay. As you're pointing out, Kale, the direction in which you see the tracks leading, Luca, it points in the direction of one of the areas that the baker woman pointed to, that where wild blueberries are known to grow.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, since Kale pointed out a track, it's time to start following these tracks.
it's yeah. I was
And
gonna
there's
say.
the ground, see where
especially-
they're going.
Especially if they go the direction that they said the blueberries were.
Following the trail of hoof prints, and as you hold that note, Luca, the lingering scent of blueberries. And again, as you're approaching certain areas of this path that you're following, you smell wild blueberries. You find yourselves at the outskirts of town, where the old windmill looms against the midday sun, exactly where they said to actually meet. Once a proud structure, the windmill's blades now creak wearily in the breeze. The stone walls are cracked with age. The wooden door stands slightly ajar, shifting ever so slightly as if someone or something is inside. A muffled bleat breaks the silence. From a second floor window, a ragged curtain flutters and a shadowy figure ducks out of sight. Then a gruff voice calls out, "You weren't supposed to get here so soon. Give us the gold and we'll hand over the goat. No tricks."
Okay. Can I see into that window?
Not into it, no. You're only 7 feet tall.
Is there sorry. Is there anywhere I can hide quickly?
Yeah, there's like bushes and other parts of the building and fence and whatnot. So yeah, you can attempt to hide.
Okay.
What's your hide check?
Is that a stealth check or?
Yeah.
Luca takes
ready.
out a small bag that looks like a coin bag and holds it up in the air. And, shall I go? She says, and starts toward the windmill if the others nod at
So
her.
you're holding up this little pouch and you're walking towards the windmill. Okay, what did you roll there, Red?
11. Just blending with the bushes very well.
Yeah, you think you're hidden. Kale, Gabba, you guys do anything specific?
Well, seeing Luca with the bag, she kind of watches that. Out of curiosity, do we know what this particular goat looks like, or there's been no images representing it throughout the town?
Other than it was what was said in the thing. I mean, you guys had never seen him before, but they said it was like a grand, goat that you're assuming, and Fluffy. You heard Fluffy for sure. That is all something that you guys have, you've all kind of heard to this point. You start moving forward with this bag. I need you. I'm gonna have to make a roll for that first.
Gabba might call out, "Are you okay?" She should at this point still be under the effects of speak with animals.
Yeah.
Luca might
Lots of food.
Luca might say, "Well, of course we're here now. We need the goat. Within an hour, there's a parade. We have to get it back."
Roll me a persuasion check.
I don't think that's very good. It's 9.
Yeah, it doesn't do it. You do that, and eventually the voice calls out, "You can stop now. That doesn't even look like a 100 gold inside that thing. There's no way. It's too small."
Can I try to sneak up closer to the building?
Yes, you may. Make me a stealth check.
Meanwhile, I'm going to ask the question: Is the barn within 30 feet of me?
I don't know. You tell me. Where did you stop?
I stopped where the rest of the group stopped.
So yeah, it's probably about 30 feet.
So I can do something then. Okay.
Okay, Gabba, what are you doing?
I think at this point she's not really sure what to do, but it sounds like a deal has been made. So she sits down on the ground and pulls out her own pouch and just starts counting gold on the ground one at a time. 1, 2, 3.
Okay. I'm gonna have you make
Lucas says, "Well, if you
persuasion
don't
check.
want it, then just give us the goat back, and you go on your way." She says about the gold. It is 100 gold. If you don't want it,
Just a 12.
Was it 12? Okay. And Red.
Yeah, sorry, was it 16?
A 16. I believe that's what you needed. Let me just double check here. Yeah. You sneak right up to the windmill itself. You're pretty sure at this point, you guys both see him kind of walk over on this one side, and without any voices from up top, he's kind of like off to one side, walk right up, and he's right at the door that's slightly open at this point. Are the rest of you guys doing anything as you see him walk forward to this point?
Okay. If that's the case, Kale's going to keep trying to get their attention. He pulls out his bag of money. He goes, "I'm pretty sure this will cover the rest of the cost." He just starts jingling his money.
Okay, and Luke, are you moving forward with yours, or are you just still standing there waiting for them to say
still
something?
standing there waiting. I didn't want to get him upset.
Okay, so you're both standing there waiting. Gabba sat down. A voice comes back, goes, wait a minute. There were 4 of you. Where's the other guy? The little one.
Okay. Oh, the little okay. They don't know what he looks like. Damn it. See, I had an idea.
Luca looks around, holds her hands up in the puzzled expression, body language with their hands up. Feel that? I don't know. Like gesture.
Deals off. You can't have them. All of a sudden, you see like a barricade from inside be put up against the window, and you hear something inside as well, Red. As you're at the door, what are you doing at the door? It is slightly open. Like, I mean, you could easily pop the door open.
Can I slip inside?
Yeah, it's basically the bottom floor of an old windmill.
Okay.
You do see like a grinding table on the bottom. There is chaff and whatnot all over the place. There is a ladder that's going up to a hole in the ceiling, but there is a trap door that is down.
Is there any way to wedge the door open so that it doesn't close, so that the rest of the party has a way in as well?
Well, look, you come to look at the door. There's no latch or anything on the door. There's no way of firmly securing it. It looks like it's fallen off in disrepair. It's just kind of swinging where it is, so it
Okay.
can. It's
I'll
pretty open at
stick
this.
my head out and let would silently let the rest of the party know that I made it inside, and I'll be like a come on in motion.
Okay. Luca would head to the door and slip inside.
Yeah. Same here.
Gavin's like, she has 100 gold out on the ground and deals off, and she's like, ah. So she just starts putting the gold back in. 1, 2, 3.
So Gavin's sitting outside, counting gold and putting it back in the pouch. So the rest of the three of you have gone into the bottom floor of this old windmill. The room is about 35 feet by 35 feet around there. You know what I mean? It's like it should be square at the bottom floor anyway. And you don't see anything other than, piles of old chaff and some wheat that's still there that hasn't been ground yet. You can hear some of the mechanism upstairs of the old windmill because it still does turn and grind flour and whatnot. It's old and probably needs a little bit of love for certain, considering it's also spring. Probably hasn't been tended to yet. But again, the only other exit you see visibly is a ladder going up to a closed trap door.
So I made it in here. That's about as far as my plan went. Yeah.
So Luca, you guys see her do some gestures, and appearing before her, sitting on her shoulder, is this little white furry animal that you're a little bit baffled because you may not have seen before. And she says, Thistle, can you go invisible and scale up the windmill and get in that window? And the little furry creature nods, and that's what Luca's gonna do. She's gonna have Thistle go invisible and climb up the windmill and try to go in that window.
Okay. Gabba, make me a perception check.
Perception check. Gabba might follow suit and check out that window herself. Perception is dirty 20.
Okay. With the perception, you see this furry white little creature come out of the inside of the windmill where your friends have just gone and start climbing up the stone surface towards the windmill. What are you doing?
He went invisible. So
he went invisible. Sorry, you didn't.
Yeah, he disappeared. You might have seen him come out, but he disappears within.
Actually, no. What you did see, you seen him appear just inside the door, because again, that's where Luke is inside. This thing appears, then it disappears, and then it's gone. And you were saying you were thinking about doing the window anyway. So
yeah. I mean, she'll recognize Thistle because of the time they spent in the tower for so long.
Okay. Yep.
She won't know what happened. It's just like, wait, did I just see that? But yeah, once she's collected, she'll look up at the window and she'll try to climb up the side to that window.
Nice.
Okay. So you can make me an athletics check as you're doing that. But you do hear something on the wall with you. And also once you get up to the window, you hear a kind of a rattling of the shutter that's been from the inside been placed on the window. So what is your athletics check?
That was a nat 20.
Nice. You climb up to that window, no problem. Like you're one-handed up there. You got it. It seems like it's barricaded from the inside. But again, you hear that there's something else on right up there with you. And you're moving around. You're checking the top of this thing. You're kind of moving around the center portion of the windmill. Because usually there's windows on other sides, and sure enough, you do find a window on the other side. But you see, as you're approaching it, there's a rope with knots in it tied down the other side, and it goes down to the ground.
Oh, I don't want to go down. I want to go in. So,
okay, so you go inside basically go to the open, and it's an open window.
Mhm.
There's like old tattered drapes in the front of it, and you climb in.
Yeah.
And your feet on the floor. You guys inside here, feet on the floor, and there's again quiet for a moment, and then upstairs as well, Gabby. You see, basically it's a grinding room. There's a large mechanism. There's large piles of wheat and whatnot around. There's bushels and bags that are still up here, and then there's this large trap door in the floor, which has been latched and bolted from this side. And you don't see anything else currently in the room.
That's interesting.
Yeah, where's the goat? We heard its soft bleat.
Well, I'm more curious about where are the guys?
Yeah.
Who was talking to us from the windmill?
Yep.
So
So
you're
you
in the
say-
room. Well, keep in mind, you guys only heard on the floor upstairs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, maybe there's like a third floor or something like that.
Kale basically just says to Luke, "Fireball the thing open," but I thought that would be a good idea. I say we just wait and see if our friend opens the door for us.
Yeah.
You don't even know he's in there, but yeah.
Well, I mean, I assume Luca had mentioned what she was
We
going to
heard
do.
a knock, didn't we?
You don't.
Yeah.
It's not a knock. You heard something on the floor,
Oh.
and you knew that her little creature went up. That you knew for certain.
So I'm assuming Lucas' creature is up there, and maybe he can open the door.
Well,
For us?
come to say that, Luca, you're standing there, and you guys are having this conversation. On your shoulder, climbing up your leg and onto your shoulder, and all of a sudden reappearing is Thistle.
Okay, Thistle.
Window blocked. Other window open. Friend inside now.
Okay. Thistle says Gabba made it in the other window. The window that he was talking to us from is blocked.
Okay, so up top, Gabba, are you doing anything specific? Is you can kind of hear muffled voices down below.
Luca
Well,
would raise her voice and say, "Hey, mister, why don't you just open the trapdoor and let us up?"
Okay, so Gabba, what are you doing?
Was
So
there any
Gabba might hear
response?
that too.
Can she
Oh, yeah.
see or hear anything on her floor?
Okay, make me a perception check.
Perception.
That's an 11.
Check.
At the far end, it doesn't. Now that you're paying attention, because again, there's like a rumble of the gears and everything else, and it's not a quiet room. And then you're hearing the voices, mumble voices below, and then a raised voice now of Luca. Come to think of it, there was a slight rustling over in one side of the room underneath a bunch of wheat, off to the in the far back.
She'll creep over in that direction since the door doesn't look easily openable, and she'll check out what that is.
You hear a bleeding sound, and then more rustling as you kind of get close, and your voice is heard, and your footsteps are getting closer, and there's like rustling around, and you hear all of a sudden like this hard knock on the wooden floor a couple of times, as if something hard is knocking against the floor and trying to struggle and move. You guys are now hearing this down below. You hear off the other side of the roof. Or the ceiling, you're hearing these loud knocks, like something hard, like rocks scraping on wood, and movement and rustling on that side of the floor. So downstairs, as Gabba has gone to investigate this pile of wheat and straw and whatever else that's over there, what are you three doing downstairs as you're now hearing this?
Red does not enjoy waiting very often. So he's just going to climb the ladder and try to open the trapdoor.
That's just what I was going to say. Yeah,
Roll me an athletics check.
Sure. What is my athletics?
I love it. We all came up with the same idea, just going up the stairs.
Yep.
And a lot of
Try to get the door open.
Ooh, not 20. Yeah, 20, 21. That's all right.
Okay. You snap the latch that's on it and fling open the door. Now that you're inside, Gabba, this kind of startles you because the trap door behind you just kind of flies off and is opened. But at the same time, you now making it what you see sticking its head out of this wheat is this goat. These big, huge horns on it, and it's got little gold bands and bars and jewelry ordaining it. You've got these golden hoof covers on the thing, and he's been bound and he's trying to get up. Like, it's not like it's painful, but he's been bound in such a way like a farmer would bind up an animal to tie it up, to lift it or to move it or to weigh it. But it's looking very uncomfortable and wants to get up, and he's got this fluffy mange of hair. So you see this, and at the same time, you're startled because looking across from you is a pair of beady little goblin eyes, Gabba. Again, Red, now you're seeing this as your head is now peeking up past the door. You're seeing this goat struggling in the one corner trying to get up, a very ornate-looking goat. You see Gabba kind of standing there looking a little bit shocked by the fact that you startled him opening up the door of the trap door and then the goat movement. But now there's another goblin, small, scrappy looking, just kind of sitting there, kind of looking a little bit afraid, hiding behind a bunch of bags and a barrel.
Red will kind of look down towards Luca and Kale and say, I found 2 goblins and a goat. And then he'll climb up and get on to the 2nd floor.
Okay. And Kale and Luca?
Climb up the ladder, and as soon as Luca sees the goat, is he got like a leash, a lead?
Nope.
Okay, so how is he bound?
He's bound by like leather ties.
Okay.
On his legs.
Yeah.
Okay. And did we should have thought grab a rope. So yeah, she would take a rope out of her pack, give it to Thistle, and instruct him to go over and get the rope around the goat's neck so that we can lead him away. And then just stay there.
You're moving to do that. Kale, what are you doing?
Kale's going to see if he can find the person who captured the goat. Cause I'm not sure if it's the 2 goblins. Assuming if not, he's going to start investigating.
Well, now that you're investigating, it doesn't take much to investigate. Gabba, now I'll ask you what you're doing because one of the 2 goblins is Gabba. So Gabba, what is it that you were doing?
Well, a lot of things happened. She saw the goat.
Yeah.
She got startled. There's a pair of beady eyes. It is such a shock to her, to everything that's going on. She's suddenly in panic mode. She doesn't know what to do. And as Red peeks his head above the door, he would normally see 2 goblins and a goat. What he now sees is 2 goats and a goblin. One of the goats is tied down, and the other is looking a little panicked, just not knowing what to do. Gabba has shapeshifted into a goat.
Whoa.
Oh.
Didn't know
2
Gabba
goats
could
and a goblin.
shapeshift into a
My bad.
goat.
Kale's going, I'm guessing, why don't we just bring both the goats? They'll figure out which one should.
That's probably a smart idea.
Yep, let's do
Wait,
that.
who's the other goblin?
The one that took it, I guess.
What is
So, Gabba, there's 2 goats.
Oh, Kale's grabbing the other goblin and lifting them up off the ground.
Okay, so you go to grab this other goblin. The other goblin starts to scream, help, help, they got me, they got me. And then he looks at you guys and goes, it wasn't our idea. Some fancy guy in a purple cloak paid us to do it.
And who would that be? I'm going to roll an intimidation check. Nat 20.
I told you, some guy in a purple cloak. I don't know who he is. Said something about needing a distraction for some real job somewhere.
Oh, right, says Luca.
What kind of job?
He's looking at you blank-eyed.
Is there anybody else in the tower other than
So Luca says, so we're on a wild goat chase while something else is going down. We need to get back to the town square.
Okay, you asked as well where the other people had gone. Out the window.
Well, they jumped.
Oh, they were.
And you see it now on this side. There's a rope that's tied on the inside of it that's been knotted and out the window. They climbed.
Well, let's take the goat back right
I think that's a good idea.
fast. So come on, goats.
It's a couple of days away, though, isn't it?
Luca would probably guess
Nope.
that one of the goats was Gabba,
Okay.
since Gabba is no longer there.
Oh, right. No, never mind. No, I'm thinking it's never mind.
Yeah, it's the barn or the place where the windmill is just outside the outskirts.
Yeah,
of town.
no. I thought it was a couple of days. It's a couple of days from Mistwood here. Not never mind. I got confused.
Kale's grabbing the one goat, taking it.
Yeah.
Well,
so
you
by
guys
now,
are-
this will get the rope around the goat's neck that we were going to lead back.
Yeah, the rope is around the goat's neck.
Okay. So go over and untie the hobbles around its ankles and start getting it out of there.
Meanwhile, Kale realizes he got Gabba.
Okay, so you're getting the goat out of this windmill and down the stairs, and as you are doing so, oops, I gotta close this up here. Where these guys go?
Sorry there, little thing.
Him. Okay, we're there. This is what did you do with the goblin that you were interrogating?
Bring him with us.
Yeah, I'm bringing him with.
Okay.
Gabba was on one arm, he's on the other.
Gail's carrying this goblin and this goat.
This guy, and then a couple of.
He does work for a trading company. He knows
Okay.
all.
So you got this little goblin that you're bringing along, Kale, and he's there. And you've got now all of a sudden you get to the bottom of the stairs, Luca, with the goat. You look over, and there is a rustler captain standing there with a whip and a coil of rope near his back. He's got a rapier in his hands, and he's got a bandolier of throwing daggers across this thing. And then beside him is this brutish-looking kind of bully fighter type that's got a pair of short swords and a crossbow strapped to his back.
Ooh, new friends.
The captain looks at you and goes, I think that will be far enough. Thank you.
But we haven't reached town yet. How can it be far enough if we haven't reached town?
Can Luca take an action, or are we rolling initiative first?
It's going to be initiative because they're waiting at the bottom behind that little box that's beside the thing. So,
Ooh. Oh, wow. 23.
okay, so we're going to start with Red.
23.
Very nice. And then we're going to do Kale.
9.
And a Gabba.
22.
Nice.
And a Luca.
17.
17. Nice. Okay. So, on the top of the round would be Red. What are you doing as you now see these things kind of come out, and you know seeing this individual?
Do I get the sense that they are going to attack us?
They definitely don't look friendly.
Okay.
It looks like they're trying to get the goat back.
Okay. I'm going to run up to the captain, so I'm face to face with 5 feet from him.
Yep.
And I'll fire a crossbow shot, and I don't have disadvantage because I have a crossbow expert.
Nice.
22 to hit.
22 to the captain. That hits.
Okay, so it's a d6 plus 4. So 7 piercing, and as a bonus action, I'm going to use fast hands and try to pick his pocket.
Okay.
Oh God, no! But that probably misses with an 11. It's a sleight of hand check.
Okay. Yeah, that misses for sure. But I mean, you're already attacking him, so like it's whatever. So not a problem there. And then is that at the end of your turn?
That's the end of my turn. Yeah.
Okay, Gabba, you're up.
All right, she's gonna try to wriggle free from Kale, get her little hooves on the ground, and then from there, as the goat, she's gonna charge at the British one closest to her and just do a ram attack on it.
Nice.
So you are going to ram attack, jumping from the stairs onto the thing, and then ram attacking this dude. Okay, there we go. You're like leaping down onto the thing, like
that is
superhero
going to be 17 to hit,
it hits,
and because it's a charged attack, that's 6 bludgeoning.
Oh wait.
And that's it. Nah. She bleats at it. There you go. That ends her turn.
Okay, and I need. Okay, that brings me to me. Now we're starting off with.
Remember, I'm in front of the captain now.
Yeah, I'm not. Just double checking something here. What he's got. 12. 3. 16 to hit, Kale. Did you get hit?
Ooh. 16 to hit Kale.
Yes.
Yes, that hits.
Okay. You take 3 points of piercing damage as you feel a pain in your ribs as you're holding up this goblin, and looking down, you realize he just slid a short sword between 2 of your ribs.
That's
Didn't disarm him.
Very interesting.
You just picked him up and brought him with you.
That's true.
Got to search him, Gale.
Oof.
Unfortunately, he's now pissed off the giant.
Throw him.
Okay, well that was him. Let's deal with. Okay, the captain's going to deal with Gabba, who's right there. But we're going to move this guy at 5. 10, 15.
Dang, I hope that.
Does he get an opportunity attack?
Oh,
Wait, you moved up Luca as well, right?
That's
Luca is
Luca,
not
you
yet
moved
moved up.
Chris.
Not
Where I
Yeah.
am standing. You haven't moved my token yet.
You're supposed to be there.
Yes.
Okay, so there, 2, 10, 15,
She hasn't taken her turn
20.
yet. So she's not moved up.
She's next. 25. Yes, you get an opportunity attack right there, Red, just as it moves out of that square.
Do I also get sneak attack because Luca's within 5 feet?
Yep.
Even Gabba.
I can love rogues. Oh wow. Nat 20.
Oh,
Oh, nice.
Sorry. How do you do nat 20s here?
Double the initial damage roll.
Okay, so 12. That's a lot. And then so it's just a double rolled.
Hmm?
Yeah,
Okay.
just
then add
double the
bonus
initial roll.
Okay, so
And then
let's
add-
see. 2, 4, 8 piercing plus sneak attack, which is an extra 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 piercing.
Nice.
I'll teach you to run past me.
Okay, there we go.
Dice awesome tonight.
Was
And Luca, you're. Or wait, now the captain still has to go.
is that the goblin that tried to run past Red, or was it somebody else?
Yeah, that was just as he's running past Red. He still has an attack to do on you, but we'll get to that after.
Oh, so he stabbed the captain,
Yeah, he stabbed the guy that's in front of you.
not the captain, the other guy.
Not the captain, no. Okay, he's going to go at.
I didn't think
Gabble.
we were that close yet. Did they move up to us?
Yeah, he just moved right past around Red and then right up to you.
He came for you.
Okay.
2 and a. Does an 18 hit you, Gabba?
Oh yeah, that definitely beats the armor class of a goat.
Okay. So that's 4 points of piercing damage from out of 2 rapier attacks. 1 hit you.
Ouch.
The goat is still standing.
The goat stands.
Goat
Yes.
is the goat.
It survived it by one.
And that was him. And then the other guy will make its attack on. He's only got 1. Oh, no, he's 2. That's an 8. That is a 11. So both of them, 2 attacks on you, miss, Luca, as this guy runs up with short sword and just kind of slash at you. And then you're up. And Kale, you're on deck.
Luca would hand off the rope back to Thistle and instruct Thistle to take the goat back to the town square while they
Okay,
deal with
so
these guys.
Thistle is attempting to lead the goat
Away from the fight.
away from put the Thistle and the goat is right there. So that's does that even show up on the map? Yeah. Okay. Thistle and the goat are right there. So that's where they are, and they are going to begin moving away on your turn. However, I need an animal handling check from Thistle.
Can I? No, I can't.
If it was one of you guys, it's probably a little easier.
Does speaking animals work in my form?
I don't know. I think it would.
Interesting thought.
You haven't said anything or tried to yet.
Yeah, no.
Is a 16 okay?
A 16 from Thistle. It moves 30 feet. So they are essentially off out of sight or out of the combat range, immediate combat range, anyway, of 30 feet.
Good.
Okay. So
Okay.
she can see both the captain and the other guy and the goblin ahead of her?
No, the goblin's behind you.
Okay.
Up the stairs, the Kale.
The captain guy and the other guy. They're within, they can see her.
One's right here in front of you. The
She's
other
gonna
one's
try
right
to
there.
she's gonna try to cast hypnotic pattern. So they both need to make me a wisdom save of 15.
Now, is that everybody or targeted individuals?
Targeting those 2.
Okay. Well,
Okay. So it is a target, just area of effect spell.
Yeah, so anything in between those 2 would also be affected.
Oh.
Oh, it is.
That's
So
fine.
it is an area of effect.
Mm-hmm.
So,
fine.
Gabba, you have to make a roll too, and so does Red.
Each creature in the area who can see the pattern must succeed on a wisdom saving throw.
So that's a 12 from the guy in front of you.
Oh no.
And an 18 from the captain.
The captain passed. The other guy is caught. Luca says, "Focus on the captain. This other gentleman I've taken out of the."
So he's classified as charmed or stunned? Stunned, I think.
Charmed.
Charmed.
Incapacitated?
Charmed. Yes, incapacitated. And a speed of 0.
Gabba has goat eyes, so she got a nat 20.
I did not have.
Oh my god!
Go down.
Wow!
I rolled.
Wow.
So Gabba's fine. Who else is not?
I rolled a 10.
Okay, so
Uh-oh.
Red is also looking at the pretty twisty colors.
Yeah, I'm gonna say
What does
because
that
the arm doesn't. You can't move.
Oh, that sucks.
I don't think you can do much of anything, to be honest.
Oh,
It's a good spell. It was a good attempt.
It
I got
is.
one of
It eliminated the one guy for sure.
oh,
Okay,
hey,
is that
I have advantage against being paralyzed or poisoned.
Yeah, I would call that the same type of thing. I don't know really what it says. Charmed, but it doesn't make much sense.
Charmed, incapacitated, speed of 0 is what it says.
Yeah.
You're just looking at the pretty colors.
Yeah, I have.
So
I
you get another roll.
being paralyzed. So
All right, so make another roll.
come on, baby. Oh, 7. Never mind, it's worse.
All right, so you're just looking at the pretty colors.
Damn.
No worries. I'll get you out of it in a minute.
Okay, and is that the end of your turn?
Yeah, she might say. She might see that the red is caught and say to
Ooh.
Kale, give Red a shake. He's looking at it too.
A shake, not a
A
hit.
shake.
A shake.
Nope, you can shake it out of its stupor. You don't have to hurt him.
Okay,
Very good.
Kale, you're up.
I don't know if this is an action or not, but Kale's gonna walk over while holding the goblin. He's just gonna ignore the goblin that he's holding right now, and he's just gonna be nudge Red.
Oh, hi.
Now here's the question: can I cast a spell?
Well, while you're holding them, depending on what the components of the spell are. If it's a semantic, no, you cannot.
Shit, yeah, semantic. Okay.
Now you will take 7 points of piercing damage as he jabs you again with the sword.
Throw the goblin.
Okay.
And he's like kicking and screaming and put me down, you big ugly brute.
At this point, I'm just gonna try to take his weapon away from him. Then.
Okay, so you walked up to this paralyzed Red and the captain, and now you're dealing with trying to just disarm and take the sword away from a guy you're holding. So one-handed, you could roll me with disadvantage, an unarmed strike.
Okay, and that would be a 15.
With disadvantage?
Nat 20 and a 13.
Okay, so you do manage to get the short sword out of his hand.
Enough of this. Throws it away.
Okay, I'll leave that right there. And is that the end of your turn?
Oh yeah, that's the end of it. I don't think I can do anything else.
Opposed strength roll, please.
Okay.
Ooh, nice. 17.
15.
So as you're doing that and you get this thing and you're playing a short sword away, he kicks you square in the elbow that you just flung the sword with, to the point where you let out a grunt and you drop him. Your other hand releases, and he's free, and he backs away 5 feet. All right, so that's the end of your turn. We're at the top of the round. We're back to Red.
Yeah, I'll crossbow the captain. Well, nice. 23 to hit.
He shook Red awake
Okay.
then? Good.
Yeah,
Yeah, thankfully. 23 to hit.
I nudged him.
Oh, good. Max damage. So 10 piercing damage. Give me 1 second. I'll roll for sneak attack. So 15 damage, and I'll bonus action try to pickpocket him again. That's not much better. 12.
Okay, yeah, you don't get anything off of him.
Yeah, can I say?
It's close. You almost grabbed a couple of his daggers.
That's every other roll has been great except for my sleight of hand. The one thing that I'm supposed to be able to do well.
Okay, so is that it for you?
Yeah.
Okay. And then we're at Gabba.
Gabba Goat is going to try to back up. He's going to go north 15 feet. Probably evoke an attack of opportunity.
Yes, you will, actually.
If it wants to attack a goat.
A goat that
Yeah,
just
does
ran
it
that.
know?
Doesn't know who it is. It just knows it was a goat that just ran.
I was trying to figure out if it could tell like which goat is which.
Yeah, not
Well,
as
the one goat has been tied and led away by some strange magical thing
Right.
that has moved. Yeah, that is kind of. So you have moved away. The attack of opportunity from the captain will provoke a 16. Does that hit you?
that hit.
And that is 4 points of piercing damage as a rapier sticks you.
So she's still backing up, but now the goat form disappears, and now you got a goblin standing there. And she mad. So
Now you got an enraged goblin.
yeah, so now she's like, that hurt. And she brings out she rages, gets angry. She brings out her little kitty face and the 2 claws. And she uses the rest of her movement to charge down the other goblin.
Okay, so you're charging over to the goblin that's coming up, trying to get up the stairs.
Yes.
Okay. So you charge over. You jump up on that crate, and you're right there. So what are you doing?
Takes a
Roll to
kitty
hit.
swipe.
Roll to hit.
Is
Just picturing a goat turning into a goblin and then screaming with like jagged teeth.
17 to
Yeah,
hit.
and leaping on top of a box, and it's like,
Suddenly, with the goat turned into a cat goblin.
Don't poke the goat. 17 to hit, and that is 13 points of slashing. So 8 slashing, and then I add Fury of the Small to that.
Okay. And that. Where are you at?
Damn, that's a lot. Holy cow.
Dead.
He dies.
Oh no!
He just falls down on the ground beside the stairs. As you
There goes his face.
you take him out. Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah, I'll have to do my next action next turn.
Okay. All right. So you've taken out the one, and at this point, the captain is going to take. Let's see who.
Which
she's
one
gonna
did
take this one.
Which one did he
The
take
goblin.
out?
The goblin.
And you killed the
The
other
goblin that was sticking me.
It's goblin
Yeah.
on goblin violence.
A 19 and a 16. Red.
The 19 hits, the 16 does not.
Okay. 10 points of piercing damage.
Ow.
The rapier gets in between some of the chinks in your plating.
It's not nice.
No, it was a little bit of a sharp poke on that one. What is the armor class of Thistle, Luca?
Thistle's armor class. 13.
Okay. Just wanted to know. And how? Yeah, you have a telepathic connection with Thistle, correct?
Yes, I do. Yes.
You get a message from Thistle of "Goat gone."
What? She says, and turn around and look.
You look off in the distance, and you see Thistle standing there with a cut rope.
Oh.
And at that point, the rustler captain snickers.
It's not very nice,
Okay.
Captain.
Right, and that was him and the thing, and the other guy is paralyzed. Okay, so that's it. It's the end of my turn. So now that would take us to Luca. That's you. You're up.
Luca's gonna misty step to where Thistle is, if she can get there. Just 30 feet away.
Yep. So you misty step out of the combat. You're standing there about 60 feet away while you're 30 feet from there. So Thistle's about 30 feet coming towards you.
What does she see?
Basically, a rope that's been cut. Well, look around. Make me a survival roll.
Yeah, she'd definitely ask Thistle which direction they went and would try to see them. That's a 17 plus survival is survival. 5. 17 plus 5. 22.
22?
Yep.
Yep, you see a track leading off in a certain direction.
She would run that way. Dash.
Okay.
This way, they got the goat.
We'll catch up with you.
All right, so you are running off in a direction. Well, that brings you over to here. And let's see.
How did they get the goat away from Thistle?
Yeah, probably with someone else.
Yeah, there's a cut rope. That's all you see. A cut rope. Someone cut it, obviously.
Yep.
But how they got it away, and it looks like it's going right in front of you. Looks like the trails are going right into there. But we'll get back to that. We got to get back to the combat.
Okay.
All right. That was the end. That's for you. So that brings us to Kale. What are you doing?
Level 3 chromatic orb into the guy's face.
Okay. Cool.
19. I'm on a roll
Okay.
today.
Yeah, you got him. Damage.
Give me a second. I need to actually pull up the damage for this again. Because I cast it at 3rd level this time.
Deacon, I forgot to mention Thistle would have come with Luca, would have ran with her.
Yep. I'm assuming Thistle's with you.
Okay, anyways, I chose acid, by the way, and I need to roll 48. 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 24 damage.
Okay. He drops his weapons and puts his hands up.
24 damage of acid in the face.
That'll make it easy
Yeah,
to kill.
He's got his hands up. Okay, Red, top of the round. He's got his hands up. Weapons are down.
Hands up. So I don't want to attack him. Can I try to pickpocket him?
Yes, you can.
Cool.
Yeah, you can do so with advantage.
Oh, advantage. Oh, God. What is going on with this dice today? You're in jail. Go away.
Oh no.
So I'm going to add build for success to that, which allows me to roll a d4 because I rolled a 7. I'm doing sleight of hand though. 7 plus, hold on. 7 plus 8, 15, 16, 17. That's better.
17. You manage to snag 2 of his throwing daggers off of his bandolier, but you also, out of the one front pocket near those things, you manage to pull out a tiny gold-plated collar tag that says "Senior Cheddar" on it.
Awesome. I'm keeping that. And I'll look at him and I'll say, did I notice the goat being like taken? Like, do I see what Luca has noticed?
You see Luca standing across the way by the barn, set of barn doors, closed barn doors.
Okay. I guess I don't want to kill him. Yeah. Can I try to tie him up? Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, of course. Make me a sleight of hand roll for your not tying.
Yeah, I'll try to tie him. I don't want to kill him.
What are you doing while he's trying to tie up the captain?
Kale is a little angry at this guy, so he's just going to start talking to the guy and going, "You better tell me where your friends have taken the goat."
I hear Luke and nothing.
15 for my sleight of hand.
All right, so you've got him tied up. So he's basically hog tied on the ground. Okay. As Kale is standing above him, saying, "You better tell me," and threatening his presence.
And
you guys better.
Let's see.
Don't forget to tie up that one that's under the hypnotic pattern.
The other guy, yeah.
Kale just turns to Gavin and goes, "Can you tie him up?"
Gabba, I'm sorry.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Gabba, immediately after the battle, since she saw the other guy surrender, she's still huffing. She's going to drop her rage. She's going to just lick her hand until it's nice and wet, and then she's going to slap the goblin with it. And as she slaps the goblin, she goes, "Healing spit," and she casts Cure Wounds on the goblin to try to stabilize him. 5 points of healing.
Okay. Nice. Okay. That was an odd twist of events. So rather than tie up the other guy, you have brought the goblin back.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, Kale's trying to intimidate the other guy.
Okay. So what was your intimidation roll, by the way, Kale?
It was a 13 total.
Okay. So he is not intimidated, but he is tied up. You can, because you failed that, you can make me a perception check to see if you notice something.
Well, then. That is a nat 1.
Okay. So you don't notice anything.
It's getting worse and worse as the day goes on, apparently.
Okay, so at this point, you're all all this is happening, all this activity. You're slightly winded. This goblin is now standing up from the dead, looking winded and a little surprised, and looking at Gabba. You've got the captain is now like hog-tied like a cow on the ground. You've got this other one guy that's paralyzed still, but not tied up. He's just not moving. I think you're ready to
tie up the other guy as well.
You are going to tie up the other guy next. So that is your next move. Is you go to tie up the other guy. So you're all kind of winded, and this is going on. And
Luke is chasing the other.
Lucas, you're following the path, the tracks that seem to lead into this barn. It's got these closed doors on it. Just be 1 second here, guys.
I'm going to apologize for what I'm going to do next because, again, I'm playing with how I've been playing with the characters thus far.
Why do I keep rolling sevens? What is going on with sevens tonight? Jesus.
Trying to figure this
Good
one
luck.
You should be going to Vegas right now.
Seriously, everything like I've rolled like 4 sevens in the last like 6 rolls.
Those are slots. You'll make money like crazy.
Unreal.
KO is going to just take a step on the ribs of the captain and go, I thought I said something to you.
Don't kill him. Please don't kill him.
Yeah, KO's a little angry right now. He's a little fed up with this guy.
Get 1 second here, guys.
Gavin and Luca know what we're dealing with at this moment.
So I'm going to make sure you guys are off area here somewhere.
When KO's anger just blows over.
Okay, so Kale's refresh your what you're doing here. Who are you going after or targeting here?
The captain, I'm stepping on his ribs and I'm going to say, I thought I told you. I asked you something.
What do you want? Told you everything I know.
Can I insight check him?
Yes, you can insight check him.
I was about to do the same thing.
Not very good, but 10.
Yeah, you're not sure. He seems to be that he's telling the truth, kind of. Kale, you were going to do it too.
I got 10 as well.
Yeah, you have no clue.
Seems like he's telling the truth, guys.
We were hired to do this. I don't know, some guy in a purple cloak.
Did he
And then
have
the goblin looks over at Gaba.
Scars or anything like that?
What's that?
Can I ask the guy, did the purple cloak guy, did he have like a mustache or any scars or like any discernible features?
He's got a mustache. Ooh. And then the goblin that's looking at Gaba, you heal. He's like, I told you, we were just hired. Some guy, yeah, he's got a mustache.
Was he old or was he young? Or?
No, he's not old. Not that I know of.
All you can give us?
Huh?
Are you sure that's all you can give us?
Yes.
Okay, KO is not actually going to hit him, but he's going to bring his stick down right in front of his face to see if he flinches and starts talking again.
Okay, but that was part of your intimidation roll.
Okay, so basically no.
Yeah. You got the information you've gotten out of him at this point. So now looking across at the barn, as I said, you see Lucas standing at these closed doors, and she seems to be heading towards the doors themselves. And you're all a little bit winded, and the situation around you is this goblin still is a little bit in shock, and the captain can't do much of anything, but the other guy is now tied up at least. But before you can make any more actions, the barn doors slam open as Luca, you're heading towards them, revealing a tall figure clad in deep purple cloak. Their hood is pulled low. With a slow clap, they step forward, their voice smooth and dripping with condescension. You truly are persistent. I had hoped the bandits would delay you a little longer, but no matter. You're too late. The goat stays with me. Behind the figure, you see hired mercenaries shifting into position. And behind them is the goat. Weapons are gleaming in lantern light. The captain is now on the ground laughing as this is going on. And that's what's going on around you at the moment. So let me pull up.
You won't be laughing in a minute, Mr. Goat Thief, Purple Cloak Man. Oh.
Where'd they go?
Ooh, there's a lot of them.
All right, so that is what you see in behind this guy, Luca, as he swings the doors open and then does the little, and then step back with his men, and then behind them you see the goat. At this point, who is doing, or do you guys want to continue the same initiative we had, or do you want to re-roll?
I would prefer a reroll.
I'm okay with a reroll.
Okay.
If they want to, that's fine.
Alrighty, re-roll, guys.
Ew, I should have taken the. I should have taken the last one.
Okay, red.
10. Bleh. With
Okay.
a +6. Jesus.
Kale.
Apple.
That would be 19.
Gaba.
21.
Nice.
Luca.
Close, 15.
Dice.
Okay, excellent. Top of the round. Gaba, what are you doing as you see
Thistle.
these? Oh, yeah. Thistle with you or not?
This'll, yeah, he's next to me. He's a 4, so he'll go last.
Okay, are you having him do the help action, or are you going to have him for other purposes?
He might do an attack, maybe. We'll see.
Okay. All right. With that, top of the round, Gaba, what are you doing?
All right. Well, first she's going to point to the goblin real quick and be like, "Stop doing bad." And then she's going to turn around, and now that she's got the feel of it, for whatever reason again, and I think I can do this again. Yeah. Yep, 2 times. So she converts back into a goat, same goat.
Yep.
And does a charge attack on the lead guy.
Nice.
She can move 40 feet, so.
Oh, yeah, so you can get in there because it's charged double movement. So you're getting in there, and you're going to ram the purple cloaked guy?
Yes.
Okay, excellent. All right, roll the hit.
Oh, my God. Oh, that's a nat 20.
Nice.
So that's a D4 for the attack. That's another D4 for the charge. That's doubled for the nat 20. +1. So 13 bludgeoning damage. And he has to roll a strength saving throw, DC 10, or he'll get knocked prone.
Okay, let's go. He's prone. So you've kind of knocked him on his butt.
Nice.
All right.
And she'll just bleat mockingly over him. Bah!
Okay, Kale, you're up. What are you doing?
Okay. Bonus action. Misty step into the room with the mercenaries,
So you end up here.
and then I'm going to use my action to make mirror images of at like 3 different mercenaries.
Okay, so we're gonna go.
Actually, no. Around the bag, the leader. See if I can make him give up.
Okay.
Hopefully.
There's 5 mercenaries.
Yeah.
So you're just placing copies of yourself just around this middle guy.
Yeah.
And
he
you're
goes,
attempting to do this for what? To intimidate?
persuade in this case. I think it would be probably better.
Roll with disadvantage.
Oh. Okay. That's a 15.
Okay.
He just says, look, you do not want to test. You are not going to win this fight, as you can see. We are pretty strong, and obviously you'll just end up dying as well as your friends. Can't we just end this?
Okay, well, keep in mind, he's been knocked prone at this point. He's on his ass. So you've
Right.
done what you've done, and that brings us now to Luca.
Okay. Luca will cast Armor of Agathis on herself.
Okay, so you cast Armor of Agathis on yourself?
Yep.
All right, and that's it for you?
She will move over to 2 to the right of, or 3 to the right of Gabba.
Next to the mercenary?
It'll be diagonal from the mercenary.
3 to the right.
There.
Here?
Nope. Well, that'll work too. Yep, that'll be fine.
Yeah, because that's the corner of the barn on the inside.
That'll work.
If you're going to engage these guys, yeah, that'd be inside the barn.
Oh, they're
And
inside.
this'll- This
Yeah, they're still, all these guys are inside, all of them, including the purple cloak.
This
Luke is
will
still
be right
outside.
beside me in that kitty corner behind me.
Okay, so let's do. Right
There.
there.
No,
Oh,
the
my
other
bad.
corner. The first one you were at, first corner. There. Yep.
Okay.
So-
All right. So you're up. He's up a little higher. So okay. So that's you. And then now it brings us to me. Now he's prone, so he can't do anything yet. But actually, no, he'll come down this way because you're in the corner. There. So
This'll goes invisible too.
18 to hit. Got Kale. Who's invisible?
This'll.
Oh,
Thistle.
that hit, but what does it hit is the question. No, D20 I need to roll, sorry. He hits a duplicate.
Okay. 16 to hit, Kale.
That hits. He hits a duplicate.
Hit 21 to hit, Kale.
That hits, and he hits a duplicate.
No more duplicates left.
I'm out of dupes.
And on Gabba, you're a goat still.
Yep. I'm a new
That's
goat.
a 14 to hit. 14 to hit the goat. Yeah. Okay.
We have to waste one of their turns at least.
Yeah.
4 slashing damage to the goat.
Okay. Still holding there.
Okay. And I think that's all of them. Yep. And that brings us to Red. You're up.
Okay, I'm gonna cunning action dash so that I am next to Red. No, so I'm next to Gab, I should say. Is the leader guy, is he still prone?
He's on his ass.
Okay, so would I have advantage on attacks against him?
Yep.
Okay.
He is still technically still prone until the end of this
I'm
round.
gonna crossbow him. Wow, I rolled 2 8s. 8 plus 6 is 14.
It misses.
I'm gonna add built for success to that. Yeah,
Mhm.
so I can add a D4 because auto gnomes are awesome. How about an 18?
That hits.
Okay, cool. So it's 1d6 plus 4 damage, and then sneak attack. Oh, geez. So 5. Oh, that's good. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 piercing to him.
13 piercing to him. That definitely hurts.
This auto gnome doesn't come to play. Well,
Okay.
that's just D&D.
So you stabbed at him. Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah, he's shooting a crossbow. He's got it's tiny little it's it's this tiny little crossbow that like appears out of his arm like a robot
So-
would. Yeah, it's just like, and then he runs in and like shoots at it. I don't know, it's kind of cool.
Excellent. So top of the round. Gaba, you're up.
Well, since he's down, he's just going to headbutt him again while he's on the ground.
Okay. Advantage.
That is going to be with a +3 and advantage.
I need to find out what that goat is.
23 to hit
That hits for sure.
and 5 bludgeoning.
Oh, it's over there.
Okay.
That's it. She's holding the ground, just kind of being menacing towards this guy.
Okay. And that was Gaba. And then that takes us to Kale. You're up.
Kale's gonna use his bonus action to give himself a level 3 spell again. And he goes, I've had enough of this. Fireball!
Oh.
And I'm gonna hit basically there's a 20-foot square I need to hit, which will hit all but that one right next to Luca. And it will hit the goat. Yes.
And the downed cloaked figure.
So where are you centering? Where are you centering this?
Centering it on the guy in the back.
So you're centering it on this guy right here.
Yes.
Jesus is gonna burn down the barn.
Is the goat?
No, don't kill the goat.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is the goat that we need not in that building that you're currently?
No,
fireball?
it's a 20-foot cube. It would only be like,
I'm just saying that.
The goat's
no,
in the building, Kale.
oh yeah, I know that. I was thinking you'd be safe from the ball of fire.
It's been cast. Let's find out.
I question your logic, but okay.
Oh my god.
Okay, so what's the saving throw, Kale?
Double check.
I think it's a dexterity saving throw.
It's a dex save, yes.
And the
And
DC
assuming-
is?
Yeah, I gotta find my save DC. Give me a second. 13.
Okay, everybody. And I mean everybody, including Thistle and yourself, Kale, because you are caught in the 20-foot cube. Roll me a dexterity saving throw.
That's what I figured.
The goat Gabba gets a nat 20.
Huh. I didn't think you would hit that many people.
My God. Oh, okay. Yeah, I know. I'm extremely. That's probably going to kill me, though.
And I need
I
the
did-
damage.
I did not think about that.
Hey, everyone has to learn the fireball.
Yep.
See, I thought it would only hit like, oh, that's only 10 feet.
20 feet. You.
Okay, so forgot that one. Oh, okay. Roll me damage, Kale.
Huh?
Okay. Try to own damage. 8d6.
Yeah, that's gonna kill him.
5,
Knock you down. It won't kill you.
2,
Stop.
It'll probably kill me.
2, 2, 5 again, 4, 4, and 1.
So total.
Okay. What's that total?
Um, $25.
So 25 points of fire damage, or 12 points if you made your saving throw.
What was the DC for the saving throw?
Wow,
13.
Oh, just barely made it. I thought 13 wasn't going to be good enough.
Kale made it. Kale stopped himself from blowing himself up.
So 12 points
Yeah.
you said of damage?
I do not think I got
12
the
points if you made the saving throw.
Okay.
And don't forget Thistle.
Yeah, Thistle, he at least rolled a nat 20.
You are lucky I
Sweet.
rolled high.
So Thistle takes 12 points and probably goes poof back into the
Yeah.
folds of
Didn't do him any
ethereal
good.
state.
Yep.
This is a new spell of Kale's. He's not quite used to it yet.
Okay. So that was Kale. You did this action. Everybody's taking the damage they need to take. What you see is the purple cloak of the guy that's on the ground. Kind of he's rolling around a little bit, putting out the flames. Same thing with the one of the guards. Some of them have dropped and are not moving. One of the brutes is still there, and the goat in the back with the nice, enjeweled, little hoof covers and little jewelry on the antlers that was all beautiful and white and fluffy is bald. Burnt, the wool burnt from its body, but it is still alive. But definitely not a prize-winning goat at this point. And then some of the party has been damaged. Now, with that being said, we are at the top of the round. Gabba, you're up.
That was not.
Oh, wait, they were acting as well. They got to get up. So this guy's on his feet now. They're all on their feet.
Well, it's alive.
Geva looks at Kale and looks at the guy and says, "Ready to give up now?" And just punch him. Just take a swing and punch him.
Okay, go for it.
Unarmed strike. That is going to be a 14 to hit.
That misses. So he just kind of ducks out of the way as you take a swing at him. Then the next up would be Kale. You're up. As you now see, there's some of the straw and the hay that was in the barn has caught fire. One of the rear posts that are holding up one of the rafters has caught fire. So there is now fire spreading across this wooden structure.
Kale is up. I thought he just cast fireball.
Yeah.
Wait. Oh, my bad. Okay. Red, it's your turn.
Oh,
my bad. I missed
you. Kale's right next to me, more or less.
Kale's a little bit behind you.
Okay. Can I move back next to him? Am I able to still shoot at the captain with my crossbow?
Yep. You can fire over
Gavin's captain with my crossbow. First things first. Probably misses. Yeah, that definitely misses. It's a 9. I'm assuming.
That misses.
But I'll use my fast hands to try to pickpocket Kale.
Okay. Make me a perception check, Kale.
Oh God, that's terrible.
We're in the middle
Ooh,
of this
that's-
battle, and you're taking time to pickpocket.
He likes to steal
Thanks for
stuff.
your party member.
It's only a 16.
And pickpocket your allies.
Yep.
That's
And
not
it's an 11.
good.
All right, so you pick his pocket. Because you're not being specific, you can pick a random item, Kale, that would have been on your person, or like I would say if it's buried in your pack, no. But if it would be in a pocket or on your belt or even in the fucking heel of your shoe, there's.
I'm gonna roll randomly in the adventure.
Okay, so I'll let you figure that out as that's going on.
It's not a
And then we did that already, and then okay, so
You can
Luca,
10.
we're on to you. Sorry.
Okay. Luca runs into the goat, uses some of her pool of healing to heal it.
Well, it looks very, very happy with you now. It does. The hair doesn't grow back, though, but it is healed.
How much healing would you think?
It was down like 16 points.
Okay, so I would need to do.
Senior Shadow is a very hardy old goat.
Thank goodness.
I would need to do. Where's that?
Yeah, an average goat that would have killed him.
Healing light bonus.
You've eaten goat kebabs.
6.
Just saying.
Oh. Red, you have done.
So
you
I
have done a
healed it up
small-
13 of those 16. So
Kale.
You have. I'm gonna
Kale,
tell.
wait.
Just type it in our message.
Okay, Kale.
So
Kale. Yeah, type it in the message, but don't. You're interrupting Luca.
Yeah.
So then, now that she's done that, she would start leading him back out. Can I kind of do that as part of like a dash? I mean, because
There's no way you're going to dash with the goat.
yeah, okay.
He's being friendly towards you, and he is following you this time around without resistance. But you can get up to the purple cloak guy at the gate or at the barn door, but you can't get past him without taking attacks.
Okay.
At this point, but
I
you
get to
have
there.
got to that point.
Trying to get out of the
and
fire.
Red, you just went, so that would take us to this guy. Will make an attack on Red, the leader.
That's not very nice of him.
17 on the one hit, or on the one swing, and 18 on the second.
They both hit, unfortunately.
Okay. So you take 4, and then 10. So 14 points of piercing damage as he pokes you
Red
twice.
is down.
So red falls. Okay, so Red has fallen. Okay. This guy is 5, 10, 15, 20. And he's going to make swipes at Luca.
Okay.
And it's a 15 and a
Misses.
21.
21 hits, and he takes 15 damage from armor of ethics, which is still up.
7 points of slashing damage to you. You said he takes 15?
Yep.
Wow. Okay. Nice. Okay. And that takes them. So now we're back at the top around Gaba. We're going to start with you.
Okay, well, these guys aren't quitting, and she's just like, she can't get them to stop. So she's watching Red go down. She's like, fine. And she draws the last bit of her energy, uses her last rage. This time she brings out her little tail, her little lizard-like tail, and just lashes out with the tail at the bandit leader, at the captain.
Okay. Roll it.
A dirty 20.
Hits.
And that will be 7 piercing.
7 piercing.
And she'll hold her ground.
Okay.
Stop.
Stab. So is that the end for you?
Yep, that's the end for Gaba.
Okay, Kale, what are you doing?
Okay. He's gonna have to just try to be careful now because he realized he just blew up the barn. He's gonna try casting just chromatic orb and try to cast cold version. Hopefully, maybe that will cool off a bit the room at the last mercenary. And that is a 18 to hit.
Yep.
Okay. 3d8. 5. 7. 3.
Now, is this a straight line? Is this a cold? Like what? Like how does this work?
It just says ranged spell attack, so I assume a straight line.
Okay. And is there
No.
an area on it?
I think he just hurls a ball of energy.
Yeah,
it's just
whatever
it's
he
like a
chooses at it.
Target.
Okay. All right. So it's just that's it. There's no actual radius or anything like that on it.
No,
Okay,
no,
not a problem.
Like
And the damage is
like firebolt, but better.
That was 15.
15 damage. Okay.
Freeze.
All right. That was Kale, and now we're on Luca. As you're moving with this thing, you get hit from behind as you're trying to lead Senior Cheddar out of the barn, and at the same time you hear a cracking above you, and glancing up, you see the flames trickling across to one side of the doorway. Make me a dexterity saving throw, please.
18.
You manage to leap out of the way, taking only 1 point of damage from basically from bludgeoning, as the beam that goes across the top of the barn doors just kind of part of it broke off and part of it fell down on you as you're there. What are you doing now on your action? You still have the rope. You're going to have to make an animal handling check at this point to get him past the fiery board at the entrance. What are you doing with Senior Cheddar or
19 on the animal handling check?
Okay, so you've kept Senior Cheddar with you. He's calm for the most part. What are you intending to do? If you move away, you will get an attack of opportunity by 2 individuals once you go through the door.
Okay. I am going to I'm within 5 feet of both of them.
Yes, you are.
Can I touch one?
Yep.
Okay. I'm going to chill touch that roped figure. Ah. So chill touch, I hit with a chill touch. I hit with a 21.
That hits.
And I have done 18 points damage with chill touch.
Okay.
I rolled really well. My teeth.
Okay. That is 15. That's you. Is that ending your turn?
I'd like to move.
Okay.
Because I don't want more beams and fire falling down on me, so I don't have much choice but to take the attacks of opportunity. So yeah, I'm going to try to get the goat and me out of there.
What will the goat? No.
She managed to roll high enough on the goat, so go with her. But you are going to take the 2 attacks. That is a 16 on the guy with the double swords there, and the rogue figure 22 from the rogue figure.
So I'm going to take a little damage.
It is 6 points from the one, 10 from the other, both piercing. 6 slashing, 10 piercing.
Okay.
Okay. Then I believe that is the end of your turn.
Yes. How far out could I get?
You're about where you are right now after taking the attack of opportunity with the goat, getting past the fire and the fiery board and whatnot. So you are past. Now on their turn, the rogue figure is going to 19 on GABA.
Hold on. I'm going to do a reaction, and her tail's going to come flying. And so her armor class is, for that attack, went from a 17 to a 24. So her tail swipe swung around and snapped
batted away the rapier.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. And this other guy will try to hit, and he misses. You're on the first attack, and nat 20 on the second attack.
That will hit.
Okay, so that is going to be so 6 plus 2, 8 points. 8 points of slashing damage.
Only 8?
Only 8. Well, his initial roll was a 3, so I doubled it to 6, and he gets a +2.
Okay, well that's reduced to 4 because she's raging. So
okay. So there you go. You are raging, and that is the end of their turn. And that brings us to Red. You're up.
Oh no!
I failed a death saving throw.
Okay, you're actually at level 1 exhaustion.
What is?
Or sorry, you were at level 1 when you fell, so now you're at level 2 exhaustion.
Awesome.
So you're still at 0, but you're at level 2 exhaustion when and if you are brought back, and depending on how you're brought back, will change things.
Awesome.
If you reach 6 rounds before being brought back, you are at level 6, and therefore then you die.
Oh, trust me, it's not going to get to that point. Kale's going to stop that before
it shouldn't get to that point at this point. And so next up, Red, you were there, so we are at the top of the round. We're at Gaba again.
Now, are both these guys alive or just one of them?
Both are alive.
They probably took some damage themselves from the fireball, so.
Yeah, she'll just keep on the captain. Another tail surge.
I just hit that wizard guy for 18, and he did go down after the fireball and 18. Phew.
I know.
That is a 10 to attack.
He missed. Tail goes and he dodges it out of the way. No
all right,
problem.
that's all she can do.
Okay. And that takes us to Kale. What are you doing?
Kale's going to see red. I assume I see red.
He's right beside you.
I'm going to try to feed him a healing potion to heal him.
You guys not able to see the map that's on your screen or no?
Oh no, we
No,
see it.
see
It
him.
was.
I just want to make sure that I can that my character can actually see him.
Yeah.
Like I can see him, but
Well, if your character, just keep in mind your character's there and his character's there. So
yes, but there could have been like a fog or like a smog
Oh,
or
no.
something like that.
yeah, no.
Beyond the point. Kale's going to lean down and feed Red a healing potion to heal him.
Okay, roll the healing potion.
That'll be 2d4 plus 2. 1, 4.
So you get 5 points.
5 plus.
What's the
7.
plus 7? So you come back with 7 HP, Red. However, you are level 2 exhaustion when you come back. You feel that's how you feel anyway. Your motors are not working at 100%. It's kind of like a whir and a grind from inside. You feel that.
Kale places his hand on Red's chest and goes, "Are you all right, friend?"
So you're gonna do that.
Can I react to that?
Yep.
Red holds out the amber stone that he stole and says, "I think you dropped this," and then tosses it into the barn.
Oh my gosh.
So you see him grab this and go, I think you dropped this, and then just kind of look, I'm assuming with almost like that sarcastic tone, and you throw it into the burning barn.
Not very far, just far enough. He's
Just you toss it in the door. It's in maybe the middle of the barn.
Okay.
Okay, so with that, Kale, that was your action. So Luca, we're at you. You're going to continue to lead this thing away?
Well, I was thinking that I got it out of the burning barn.
Yep.
So I'll probably go just a little bit left enough to get a clear shot at that robed figure and shoot a couple eldritch blasts at him.
Probably better off like here.
Okay,
And go ahead.
that's fine. Just where I can get a good shot at it. So, 24 to hit.
It hits.
That's the first one. Ooh, a 10. 14 points of damage on that one.
Okay.
And
It is. He drops to the ground.
All right. Can I direct the other one at the other good dude then?
You sure can.
Okay. That's 25 to hit.
Okay, that hits.
And that is a 12 points of damage.
Okay, he's still standing. Okay, is
And that's
that
my
the end
turn.
of your turn?
Yes.
Okay, so that was Luca. And that gets to him. He drops his short swords and puts his hands up. I give up. It's not worth it. Not pay it. Didn't pay me enough.
Give me your cloak.
Keep in mind, it's not. This is not the cloak guy. This is just a warrior guy.
Oh,
The brute.
Did we
Cloak guy is on the ground.
Look,
can I
guys,
take his cloak?
a gunner. Sure,
Yeah,
if you want it.
You can move forward and steal his cloak. Yeah, you want. So what are you doing with the guy that's giving up? We're out of combat, so you guys can go ahead.
Chaos gonna go pick up his amulet that was thrown into the burning building.
Okay.
Does
That's a
anybody
little bit
have
of
a way to
difference.
put out the fire? Luca asks.
Oh, no, I'm really bad at that.
I don't have any way of doing that.
Okay. As you go inside, make me a dexterity saving throw, please.
I was expecting a Constitution save, but okay. A 5.
Okay. As you're going, the floor beneath you creaks, and you notice all of a sudden some charring on parts of the boards, and they give way, and you drop. You take 5 points of bludgeoning damage.
He's a big guy. He can get out.
Drop. It's on the
And
ground
6 points
floor.
of fire damage, which I'm assuming you take 3 because you are resistant, I believe.
Maybe there was like a basement or something like that.
Yeah, there is like a cellar.
And
Looks
a
like it was.
barn?
Yep.
I need to double check and see if I do have resistance, because I thought I only had resistance to lightning.
Can you?
Well, maybe it is just lightning then. So no, then
Yeah,
you take 6 points.
yeah, lightning. Yeah, I'm out.
All right, so
What?
Kale's gone into the building.
I was stabbed a few times and got hit with my own fireball.
Then why did you go back into the building?
Because he wanted to
First.
throw that through in there.
My character's family heirloom was in there. He had no other choice.
Well, this just went down.
Hey,
Oh my
so
god.
Kale, you've done yours. Anybody else doing anything while you're standing here?
Is the building still burning around him?
Yes.
Yeah, the building's on fire.
Oh, I didn't.
You
mean
got
to do
maybe
that.
about 4 more rounds, and the building's going to be completely.
We should
How
probably
are we
save
going
him.
To Kale, there's no way we can save you. We can't put the fire out. You're down in a hole now and you're a giant.
I
There's no
know.
way. You're
I
stuck.
know. I'm
Oh my,
screwed.
you just killed yourself. Oh my god.
Does anybody have any healing potions or anything like that?
I have a healing potion.
We could like jump down and give it to him.
No
then-
way I'm going back in that burning building. It's collapsing all around us.
I will go in. I threw the stone in.
Okay.
All right.
Well, you got one person willing to do it. Are you going
I
to
give
give up
him
a
the
healing
healing
potion?
potion. Yes.
Okay. You run
Gabba will
in.
help. Oh, sorry.
Oh, you're gonna give aid?
Yeah, just to help pull him out if at all possible. Or-
Okay, so you're gonna help on the escape if it gets to that
yeah,
point.
yeah.
You're running in. I need a dexterity saving throw from you as well.
I'm not good at those.
Dexterity saving throw. Come on, Gabba.
Who are you asking for a dex save?
Well, if you're both there helping, you're
Okay,
both
cool.
technically inside the barn.
Yeah, no, I rolled a 22.
That's a net 20 for a 24.
Okay, so you both save. However, the damage is a 12 from bludgeoning, an additional 8 from fire. So 18 damage in total, but because you saved, it's half to 9. As the front part of the roof collapses on you guys, but you guys do make it to the hole in the floor. That's not a problem. It's only about 10 feet down.
Okay, hold on. Okay, because now I'm down again. So
you're
my
just
God.
inside the door and down.
See what I mean?
yeah, but
You
it's that's
shouldn't
the
have
thing.
done
Like, which parts of the barn is on fire? Because if I had known that the
All of
grape
it.
was on fire, I wouldn't have just.
That's what I mentioned to everybody. I said the whole
told
barn is
us.
on fire. There was 4 rounds,
Yes.
and the barn will be inaccessible
All
completely.
right, well, I guess I'm fucking down in the
Can
barn.
I
So you're
grab
just
Brad
inside the
and
door.
drag him?
However, Gabba, are you still up?
Yeah. Yo, no.
Make me
I'm
another
still-
dexterity. Okay, make me another dexterity saving throw.
Oh God. I was gonna try to pull Red out, but
Well, that's what I'm
no
trying to figure
way.
out.
Another net 20.
Okay, so Red, this thing comes down on you, but rather than you can take back the half of that damage and get rid of it. So I don't know if that brings you back up, but Gabba pulls you out of the way just as beams and rafters and shit falls from the ceiling and the roof down in that area and pulls you out of the way. So does that save you from death at this point?
I mean, I'm still down, but I'm not dead, I guess.
Okay, what are you at? Like you're still at 0?
I have no more hit points. So,
So you are at 0, exactly.
yeah.
Okay,
Which means
so you're unconscious.
Awesome.
So Gabby, you are alone at the hole in the floor. You managed to grab Red and kind of fling him out of the way, but he's not moving. He's unconscious. Are you jumping in the hole to save? You are at 2 levels of exhaustion, Gail.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm going for it. I'm gonna try to get my friend out. I'll take a risk.
Okay, so are you jumping down? Are you climbing down? How are you doing this?
Trying to get down as quickly as possible. I'll risk a jump.
Okay, acrobatics.
Acrobatics. I'm gonna try. Okay, that is a 9, but I think I have a point of inspiration if I can re-roll that.
Yes, you did have an inspiration.
Trying to save her friend. That's a 7.
That's a 7 as well. Well, you do get to the bottom of the thing. However,
Yep.
you'll take 3 points of bludgeoning damage as you land rough.
Okay.
So you are down there now. Kale, you are at 3 levels of exhaustion. What are you doing, Gab? Are you going to give him the potion?
I'm going to. She's going to lick her hand and slap him for her final cure wounds.
Okay, roll healing.
Oh, actually, roll it. That is going to be 7 points of healing.
Okay.
7 points. Very nice. So you are at 7 points, Kale. And 1 level of exhaustion has been removed. So you're only at 2 levels.
Okay.
And you are conscious. And Gabba is standing over you.
He just goes, Gabba?
Go, 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 go. Out.
Okay. Kale's going to do as instructed and start getting out. And if he sees Red on the way out, he's going to grab him and, take him out with him.
Okay, I need one of you to make me a dexterity saving throw.
Gabba will do it. Just
Good
because she's
idea.
a little. Dexterity saving throw is going to be a 10.
Ken?
Yep.
Okay. You're coming out the barn and you trip. You will take 3 more points of bludgeoning damage as you go skidding across the ground, face first on the outside of the barn, as the barn is burning behind you. You guys are all out.
Okay.
Make me a perception check. Everybody outside the barn now that's awake and alive, make me a perception roll.
Shut up.
Lucas says, "Bring Red over here." 11.
Who's awake?
Perception. If my passive is 18, by the way, I'm past perception.
Gabba, even though she stood face down, she's dirty 20.
That was a 19 total with my bonus.
Well, you notice, yeah, but no one else really notices. The guy that gave up is gone.
Kale's still with her, so that's all she cares about right now.
Lucas says, the body's gone. Do we still have the tied up guys? Are all the tied up guys still tied up?
The tied up guys from over there in the other section, there was one guy still, 2 guys still tied up over there, which was the captain and the other guy.
And the mercenary who gave up.
That's where you think we're still there. And then the purple robe body is still right beside where Kale is, not inside the barn, like just on the outside. Like just in the doorway there, but if he can be removed quickly enough to get him out of there.
The mercenary ran, is what you're saying.
The mercenary that gave up is gone. He disappeared.
Oh, okay.
Right. You did mention, as far as you are aware, you still had 2 other guys tied up, but you have Red now in front of you that's been laying down at your feet. What are you doing?
I'll use a pool of healing to heal him 6 points.
Okay, so Red, you are up to 6.
All right.
Now you have recovered Senior Cheddar.
6 left.
You do find on that purple cloaked individual, you do find a letter that it talks about a bunch of random stuff, but it does hint at a greater conspiracy going on. You're not really sure. Like it seems to be. It's very cryptic and doesn't make much sense to you. But there's something bigger going on at stake here. Someone who took the cloak.
Me.
Red, I think.
Red. Yep.
Okay, Red. You do have. And you are basically at the town at this point. You're on the edge of town where the windmill and the barn and all that are. I'm just trying to go back here to make sure I didn't miss anything that was on their bodies. There's a rapier. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 short swords. If you guys want them, but they're there.
Is there anything eccentric and unique?
You do find as you were by the way, I will, for anybody that was inside conscious, that'd be Gabba and Kale. I need you to make an intelligence check to see if you remember seeing something, because I know you both would have seen it. But yeah, there's nothing really other than the cloak, and you find this letter. And now you're looking back at where the captain, Rustler captain was, and the other brute. They're gone. They're no longer there.
No.
Dirty 21.
Dirty 21. There was a sigil burned into the floor of that cellar.
Oh. Okay.
You don't recognize it. It's a sigil, but there was definitely a sigil burned into the floor. This unique pattern that you'd never seen before. Now, with that in mind, the embers of the barn still smolder as the townsfolk of Ferristad begin to come up the road and gather round from the smoke that's been billowing up over at the edge of town. They're all cheering for the heroes who have saved Senior Cheddar. And the festival just seems to resume, albeit with a sense of unease, linger in the air. You guys are able to kind of bask in the town's gratitude a little bit. You've got the purple cloak. You've got this letter. I don't know what you choose to do with it. You can do that. just kind of, you're a little bit shocked with the way things were. This wasn't quite what you were expecting. You do at this point see at the edge of the gathering a cloaked figure standing, watching the revelry going on and the excitement. This
Luke
figure
would definitely go over there.
Go ahead, Luke.
She would
So
definitely go over there if she sees anything cloaked.
So you approach this figure at the edge of the wood.
Yep.
Okay.
Anybody else following Luca?
Yeah, I'll
Or
join because he's got a cloak and I've got a cloak and we're part of the cloak gang.
Kale would approach the suspicious figure as well.
Gab is just keeping close to Kale and Red, just trying to help them along.
That's fair.
As you move closer, you catch glimpse of a purple cloaked individual with the rustler captain standing just behind in the shadows. Cloak hood back a little bit, and this elegant looking human face, at least it looks human, with a purple mustache, handlebar mustache. At least it looks purple. It looks slick, like it's been oiled or whatever, or waxed, but it's there. And as you get within about 60 feet, they step into the shadows and you don't see them anymore.
Luca would try to rouse the mayor of the town or whatever to go chase after that some of the people that did
At
this
this
were just
point,
there.
the mayor is literally just overjoyed that Senior Cheddar is still alive, although very distraught the fact that he's no longer a big fluffy Senior Cheddar.
That's his way, folks.
Pats him on the back, say it will grow back. I healed him up. It's okay.
Well, and as I said, this final battle is concluded. The mastermind has seemed to blend into the shadows of the woods that are nearby, either maybe feeling defeated or just vanished into the night. The barn smolders, off in the distance there a little bit. The embers glowing from where a lantern was knocked over in the chaos nearby, and one of the townsfolk, pick it up so that it doesn't start more of a blaze going. Scattered amongst the wreckage, you notice a few strange markings of the barn as well, and the same sigil that you've seen before, Kale. You're now seeing it turn up on various floorboards that you see lying around and debris that's been scattered around. The festival again continues back into the town, and it seems to be back at full swing once more. The mayor seems more inclined to focus on the fact that Senior Cheddar is alive and never mind the bad guys that were here and that are into the woods, because they're not here now. That's all he cares about. And, back to celebrating, although kind of defeated because he knows that after 5 years winning the prize for having the best goat, he's not going to win this year. There's not a chance that Senior Cheddar will take first place. The crowd, though, is erupting with cheers as the goat is led back into town with you guys kind of in tow or walking along with the group, pretty much unharmed, although looking rather oddball. But it is prancing around proudly beside the mayor. Rushing forward, his poncho is flaring dramatically, embraces the goat, tear-filled eye. He seems so happy, and then he looks to you guys and says, "You have saved our town's honor, our festival, and most importantly, well, the previous champion, new champion will be crowned, I guess, soon. Truly, you are heroes in Ferrestad." A grand celebration actually ensues for all of you, with the townfolk offering free drinks and food and even hastily written ballads in your honor. But amidst the revelry, a sense of unease lingers. That mysterious sigil, the cryptic letter, the disappearing purple cloaked figure, yet you still have a purple cloak, suggests that this might be merely just the beginning of a conspiracy. And with that, we will end the Great Goat Heist. Hopefully everybody had a little bit of fun. Believe it or not, for those watching, You guys didn't have to engage in a single combat in this entire adventure. There was a way through. Actually, there were two ways through without a single
I think
blow being
we all know that that's not going to happen.
well, generally, I've started putting in two ways through now, not just one, hoping that just maybe you guys will get through at least one of the spots and bypass it. But no, and then of course, not only do you trigger both encounters, you also make it a little worse by torching the barn yourself.
Bye, Kale.
I mean, one of the
I
random
thought you
rules.
were done.
I know.
I'm
thought
not
it
gonna
was
lie.
done.
I thought about leaving him for a second, and I was like, you know what? I threw the stone in. I should probably go get it.
If Gabba did not use the
Well,
potion,
the word was went in to get them, and then you all failed saving throws.
Yeah.
That would have sucked if you had all failed saving throws and you gone in, and you're all down on the inside, and the only person to come
Yeah.
back from this quest is Luca. That
Yeah.
would kind of be.
that would have really sucked. Yeah.
Well, that's why I was trying to. I got him up with the healing spell, and then the potion was for last minute. Okay, if he goes down again, I can chug that, have him chug that, and then so it was like a last minute ditch effort to
Right.
get him out.
Right.
So like,
You guys are awarded as a group 400 gold pieces for basically recovering the senior cheddar. You do have this cloak.
Yeah.
You do have that little. It's like human 5 foot size.
Okay, so when Red's wearing it, it like drags along the ground.
It's got like a trail behind you. You could have it. You probably have to have it taken up.
Yeah, I was gonna do that one.
I believe you as well have the golden collar.
Yep.
Okay, you determine once you're there in town, it's just gold plated. Do you keep it or do you give it back to the mayor?
Sorry, what is it that we have?
The gold plated name tag collar that said Senior Cheddar on it.
Oh no, I never give back things that I steal.
Okay, so you've kept that.
You're a senior cheddar.
Yeah,
I didn't know he took it.
What can I say?
If I see
Okay,
it with
you
it, I
guys-
would demand to give it back.
That's fair.
Yeah, he just grabbed it and tucked it away. There was no, and it was during, I think it was during a fight
It was
situation.
your combat, yeah.
Oh yeah, you pickpocketed. So yeah,
Yeah,
you successfully stashed it away.
Yeah.
So it is stashed away, so no one can notice that it's there.
Do we get
Along with that, so
100?
you
Go ahead.
each get 100 gold pieces.
Yeah.
Yeah, Red, you have the cloak and you have that little collar piece. Gavin, you're around being your normal self. And one of the town's ladies that you've met before, she's a very pleasant, plump, older woman, human woman. You think she's forest born, you're not 100% sure. But she hands you a satchel, like a fairly good sized satchel. There are 24 apples in that satchel. Once per day, eating one will restore 5 hit points.
Ooh. Oh, except I can't eat.
The cloak, by the way, I'll let you know ahead of time. As I said, it will cost everybody involved for these magical items or effects. You have to spend 50 gold pieces to know what they are. And I'm assuming you're going to spend that value item. The cloak is Cloak of Subtle Deception. You are able to alter your appearance within minor limits once per long rest.
I'm 100% keeping that. My God,
you could be a real
I would
boy.
definitely pay the $50 for that to figure out what that is. I'll off of my.
She will. You are told at this point that the mayor, being overjoyed, has awarded you all the title, which you guys can use whenever you choose in roleplay, in your character sheets, whatever, as Defenders of Ferrestad. You are given free lodging at the Hearthspoke Inn whenever you visit. So you get free lodging and drinks whenever you are in Ferrestad. Mariana Belosta, the baker, she says she's going to bake a special batch of pastries and she's going to name it after you. So ensuring that your fame spreads to neighborhood towns. So
Cool.
at that,
Lucas just sitting there looking kind of disgusted.
let's do.
In her opinion, this was a failure for their
Yeah.
in some
we did
ways.
what it cost,
In some ways, that is.
It is. Well, it's 11 points each. Failure.
It's a what?
For my attempt at an evening of 1,100 experience points.
Ooh, okay.
For the negotiations you did do and the combats you did do, there was more involved, but
failure, it's not that bad of a failure, right?
I limited what they are, and as I said, this was meant to be an evening of kind of comic relief with Senior Cheddar, the missing goat. And I kept it lighthearted, and that was my attempt to do so. So I'm glad it came across at that. Again, I'm trying different styles for those watching. I am trying different DM styles when I'm doing these mini adventures. I've done horror now. I've done a little bit of thriller. I've done action. Now we did a little comic relief. So trying to mix it up and figuring out what works for a lot of people, and just to have fun, because we're not professional role players. This is not a professional company like Critical Role or anything like that. We're just a group of online friends on Discord that like to get together and roll some dice and have fun. So we encourage you, if you are out there in the community, please join us in the Discord, become part of the community, even if it's just to be with like-minded individuals that happen to like playing games in general. Our general chat room, you're more than welcome to be in there, and there's share images and what have you. Or if you want to join the role-playing experience, we have your own characters. We're starting at level 4 right now. So you can do up a character and play it in our live role-play channels, which are 24/7. Or you can sign up to take part in these weekly mini adventures. Or we do have open campaigns coming up soon. I have not ready to announce it publicly yet, but we do have one scheduled for after the Emerald Legion, and we've just started the open basically casting for that to see who's interested in playing. So again, thank you all for watching. Thank you for playing, guys. I appreciate you taking time out to kind of go through the story of Senior Cheddar and Ferristad, and there are potential future hooks here that can be explored by you guys if you choose to. At any point in time, if you are in the Discord and you want to act on any of the hooks that have been given to you through the various mini adventures, let me know, and I can plan out another mini adventure based on that hook and scenario, so you can actually follow through with it and bring people with you and so on. So that's something that you can do as well. So I encourage everybody that's out there to please join us. We'd love to have you. But in the meantime, tune in on Thursday evening, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for our next edition of Emerald Legion with the season 4. And we get through and closer to the end of where we are. And then, of course, next week, I don't know if it'll be Thursday this weekend or probably the following Tuesday. Seems to be the days they're going lately. Tuesday evenings for our mini adventure series to continue. So, again, guys, I'm Deacon Blues. Thank you on behalf of DeaconsTable, and may all your rolls out there be criticals, not just those 20s, but also the ones, because they can be just as much fun. Bye for now, guys. We'll see you next time.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.